It may be snowing in our nation's capital, but things are heating up inside Care First Arena. It is day 2 of the CAA Women's Basketball Tournament. This afternoon, the number 13 seed UNCW Seahawks square off against the number 5 seed, the Monmouth Hawks. Hello everyone, I'm Monica Moore alongside former Towson head basketball coach Joe Matthews. And Joe, UNCW had to gut it out yesterday against Northeastern. It all came down to some clutch free throws.
Yeah, big free throws at the end to seal that victory, and what a great win for them. It's been a tough season, finishing, getting some momentum. So the question today is, can they continue to momentum? They're shorthanded. 2 of the top 3 scorers are not available to them. They gutted through, resilient, tough, gritty yesterday. Do they have the legs to do the same thing today?
Let's go ahead and meet our players to watch, starting with UNCW's Kyla Silver. She has been that go-to player.
Yeah, 5'10" sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina, averaged 16 points a game in the last 6. Big, strong, long, and athletic, can get to the basket, finish over top of people. Really, really important for her today. She logged 40 minutes yesterday. She's probably going to need to log another 40 today for them to win and be successful.
And for Monmouth, it is Gigi Gamble. She is an absolute scorer.
5'5", and don't let it fool you. One of the most explosive scorers, not only in the CAA, but in the country. She's had 6 games of 20+, 2 games of 30+, and even put up a 41 spot against Towson recently. So she's explosive with the basketball going to the rim. But you can see here, great release, quick release, tremendous range, excellent three-point shooter, number 1 in threes made in the CAA.
We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back with starting lineups in the opening tip from Care First Arena.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast. Discover better banking for all at CU1.com.
Click, clack, the sound of disruption. It settles in. Controlled, precise. Click, clack, the sound changes direction. But there's no crash, just separation. And every time you hear it, something ends for you and starts for us. Click, clack. It's no longer just a sound. It's a warning.
Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our CAA tournament bracket. It has already been a good one. We told you that UNCW advanced against Northeastern. In our first game today, William and Mary gutted it out against North Carolina A&T to earn a date with Charleston. After UNCW and Monmouth, we're going to have Towson versus Hofstra and Elon versus Hampton. And the one thing we know, anything can happen in this tournament. It all comes down to the games. That's why we play them, because seeding means nothing.
2 games in the book, both one-possession games at the end, one sealed by Wilmington with 2 free throws to close out a victory. And then A&T had a shot at the buzzer today to tie the game. So terrific start to the tournament.
And let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for this afternoon's or actually, we'll go ahead and start with our keys to the game, brought to you by Credit Union One. And Joe, one of the big things for UNCW, they have to get off to a good start.
They do. Again, they're not very deep. They had 3 players log 35 minutes again, including Kia Silver, who logged the entire 40. So they got to get off to a good start. You can't get behind and have all the energy to recover. Second thing is Kia Silver was fantastic. She's a great player. +2. She needs 2 more other teammates to really complement her and get her going. So Monmouth on the flip side, they got the dynamic duo of Gamble and DeBula, who's fantastic, and they need them to get out here and get rolling early and push tempo. Game in the 60s or 70s, they're not really convinced that Wilmington has enough firepower to keep up, even though they played each other one time almost 2 months ago. 52-50, UNC Wilmington held this dynamic duo in Monmouth's offense to their second lowest output of the season.
Credit Union One is the official banking partner of the CAA. And now let's take a look at our starting lineups, and really no surprises for either of these coaches with the players that they're putting out on the floor. For UNCW, it is a lot of Kyla Silver. That is what we're expecting, but Mary Ferrito is a very good option for them. Angelina Pelayo was huge yesterday.
Both played really well yesterday. Both scored 10 points apiece. Ferrito can push tempo. Don't really expect to see a lot of it today in terms of, like, again, you just got to be probably a little more efficient with your offense, but she's very capable. And really love Pelayo's inside game. She's a physical player with a great touch.
Isis Storm and McCall King round out the starting five for Nicole Woods. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for Monmouth. We've already talked about Gigi Gamble, but you add in Devine DeBulla, who has been absolutely sensational in the low post. Madalena Amaro, the first year, who has impressed everyone. And then you have Ella Farley and Alexis Andrews, the veteran.
Yeah, again, led by Gamble and DeBulla, but capable in the other spots as well. But they're one of the few teams out here that kind of really have a traditional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quite honestly. Amara does a great job at the point, getting better every game. Gamble's a dynamic scorer at the 2 spot. Andrews an athletic, electric player at the 3. Then you get a face-up post player with Farley and DeBulla inside. It's really, really tough combination.
And Joe, you mentioned the fact these two teams did meet early in January. A lot has changed since then. Of course, Rory Cox was one of the big players in that game for UNCW. She is unavailable to play today, so they will be looking for other players to step up. And certainly they have a little bit of an edge in that they played yesterday, so they are used to playing in this building. They've already worked out some of the early jitters, so we'll see if that feeds into your key about the quick start.
Yeah, and ride that momentum. The other thing it's done for them a little bit yesterday, they are bigger. You know, you're going to miss Rory Cox, but they can go to a bigger lineup, maybe not as athletic as they were earlier in the year, but their size can be a factor. They can really get after the glass on both ends of the floor and create some problems for Monmouth.
Great crowd on hand, great atmosphere here in Care First Arena. For our Thursday contest, UNCW will be wearing the away black jerseys. Monmouth will be wearing the home white jerseys this afternoon as we get set for the opening tip. It will be Pelayo for UNCW. It will be Farley for Monmouth. And we are underway. And it will be UNCW that comes up with it. This is Ferrito who's handling the basketball. She is a senior on this team, and they have looked to her for a lot of leadership throughout this season. And it is Ferrito who kicks it out for the open shot, and it is good. A very good start for Isis Storm.
Yeah, big shot there to start. Again, we're looking to who's going to compliment Kaya Silver, and that's a great start for Isis Storm.
And she is only a first year. Meanwhile, Monmouth going inside. The double team is there. Andrews will drive and kick it out to the corner. That shot is up for Farley, but will not go.
See the early double team in the post on DeBulla by Wilmington. That's going to be the game plan. Got to get it out of her hands in the post.
And I think for UNCW, when you see that first shot fall, just from a mental perspective, it is huge. This is Storm with the basketball. She'll pull up for another one, and Isis Storm, the first year, is feeling it, coming off 6 points and 6 rebounds. Monmouth will hang on to the basketball. Gamble driving inside, and she's going to get called for the travel.
Yeah, Isis Storm off to a great start. I hear you guys. Someone's got to help. I'm ready to go do it, so terrific job.
Nicole Woods, the head coach for UNCW in her 3rd season with the Seahawks. And you see those fantastic UNCW earrings. I believe she was wearing those when we talked with her at the beginning of the season for our preview. And we told her how much we loved those. And right now it is the Seahawks off to a quick start. Kyla Silver drawing so much defensive attention, and she's going to have to kick it over to Pelayo. Great defensive play by the Hawks, who are swarming everywhere. Shot clock was at 4 anyway. What a start.
You know, Monmouth, Coach Cat Wilmore does a great job. They're just really solid in every phase of the game. Offense, defense, rebounding the basketball.
Great look inside, and the finish is good for Devine DeBulla.
That's her strength, facing up. She always puts the ball on the floor, which can be a detriment, but man, is she quick and explosive. She can really get to the basket and score.
UNCW getting Pelayo a lot of touches on the ball early on in terms of facilitating. Silver tied up in some miscommunication. I think she thought Pelayo was there for the outlet option.
Yeah, and right now, again, she's trying to be aggressive. They need her to be aggressive. I'm sure she recognizes that. And she's aggressive by nature, but again, might let the game come to you a little bit, settle in, get everyone else some touches. Your opportunities are going to be there.
Meanwhile, Monmouth looking to get some things going offensively. Gigi Gamble, as you mentioned, had a 40-plus point performance, but her shot won't go. Pelayo on the glass. And Silver getting the screen. They're trying to get her open. That shot won't go either.
Yeah, she's going to get opportunities. Again, I think she's just right now a little rushed, a little hurried. And again, she's the focus of the attention for Monmouth, so they're going to be doubling when they can on those ball screens and handoffs and providing a lot of pressure.
And that's the issue. She's at the top of the scouting report right now by herself. Everyone is focused on Kyla Silver. Farley hands off to Gamble. They want to get Gamble going and in a rhythm shooting early on in this game. Now look inside, the double team there, battle for the rebound. DeBulla comes up with it momentarily, and now Silver looking to run, maybe the most daylight Silver has had all day, but it rims out.
Yeah, great move, just didn't get the finish.
Andrews pushes the ball up the floor. She'll pull up for the shot, and Alexis Andrews with a 2.
Yeah, that's her game. She's terrific in transition. A really athletic, gazelle-like player, streaking down the floor, able to stop and elevate and get an easy pull-up jam.
She is the quiet leader on this Monmouth team. She really speaks with her words, but even more so with her actions, and she has been quite an addition to the lineup for Kate Wetmore. This is Pelayo. She'll pull up for the shot, and that's a good-looking jumper for Angelina Pelayo.
Really like Pelayo. She's got a great touch inside.
But you can't lose Gigi Gamble and give her an easy 2 like that one.
Yeah, Monmouth can push the basket, even after makes. They're always looking to throw ahead. You got a couple of wings like Gigi Gamble and Andrews. You want to get it out ahead of them as much as you possibly can.
Burrito pressured by Gamble. Really good, intense defense by Gigi Gamble. She's known for being a scorer, but she brings a lot else to the table, and a travel call against UNCW as Monmouth's really trying to up the defensive intensity.
Yeah, off the dribble is not a strength for this team right now, so Monmouth trying to take advantage of that, getting up in ball handlers and pressuring them hard, making them put it on the deck. And other than Ferrito, it's not really their strength. Silver, good penetrator, but more elevating on the top of you, so they got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
Alexis Davis has come into the contest for Monmouth. They are not a very deep team. They play about 7 players consistently, but you will see a lot of Alexis Davis, who does a really good job. She will give DeBulla a little bit of a break, a good presence on the inside, and that shot is good. Alexis Andrews really asserting herself early on.
Yeah, great looking stroke. She's feeling it. She's bouncing back down the floor. Open 3, drained.
As we talked about, she just does so much behind the scenes for Monmouth. Coach Wetmore telling us how integral she's been in getting their freshmen into the mix. But a good answer. Isis Storm, what a start for Isis Storm.
7 quick points for her.
And so that potentially answers one question, but Gigi Gamble starting to heat up for Monmouth, which is not a good sign for the Seahawks.
Yeah, again, they push the ball so well down the floor, even after makes. Creates some opposition, creates really some advantages for you in numbers.
And once again, Kyla Silver drawing so much defensive attention. She's going to have to kick it to Storm again. But Isis Storm is coming up big.
It's not only snowing out there, we got a storm in here as well.
Isa Storm has been exactly what UNCW has needed. She wants the ball. You can tell she wants to step up and take these shots. There are players that are afraid of the big game moments, and that is not Isa Storm. Look at her again. That one a little forced, but I like the fact that she is looking to make things happen. Gamble will draw the foul. It will be Kyla Silver that will commit the infraction. And we will take a quick break. It is UNCW leading Monmouth by 1 with 3:53 remaining in the first.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at cu1.com.
At UNCW's Cameron School of Business, we're all about action and experience. From applied learning opportunities to our study abroad programs, you'll get unique experiences that set you apart. Our distinguished Cameron Executive Network will mentor and prepare you for ultimate career success. Classes are taught by scholars and leading industry experts, ensuring you get the knowledge that truly matters. Visit us at csb.uncw.edu.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals.
Come on, Vincent.
But mostly for her son.
You got this.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
The Credit Union One CAA Women's Basketball Championship is brought to you by Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the CAA. Visit cu1.com to discover better banking for all. And by Jersey Mike's, proud supporter of CAA Women's Athletics, a sub above. The storyline here in this one is 10 points so far for Isa Storm. She has 10 of the 12 for UNCW. The rookie playing with absolutely no fear for the Seahawks.
Yeah, she averages 6 on the year. She's got 10 out of the gate here. And, off to a great start. UNC Wilmington needs it. Skylar Silver's going to find hers. Just needs to be patient. Who else is going to step up? I think the pace probably favors Monmouth right now, just because, again, UNC Wilmington played yesterday. 3 players logged 35-plus minutes, and that was a long first media timeout in terms of comes at a 3:50 mark. So you can see some dragging a little bit by Wilmington as Monmouth pushed the ball really hard and got Gigi Gamble to the foul line.
And you see the UNCW band trying to disrupt Gigi Gamble. Did not work on that one. Takes a lot to get in the head of Gigi Gamble, who is 73% from the free throw line, making it look easy.
Yeah, I think you're going to lose that battle more often than not with Gigi.
And you can see now she is locked in defensively against Mary Farida. This is going to be a great battle between these two, because you see she's trying to get her hands in there, trying to poke away the basketball.
Yeah, active defense.
Farida driving, could not convert. Palaio, the putback won't fall, and Alexis Davis on the glass.
Here's the push again by Monmouth. Hard right at you.
Gamble looking to drive, goes left, and it rims out.
Terrific penetration, just hung on the rim, didn't quite get the finish. Really liked the possession by Wilmington last time. Ate some clock a little bit, but more importantly, just efficient, execute, reverse the ball side to side, multiple touches. Try to stay out of that one-on-one penetration type game.
Corey McLaughlin will come into the contest for UNCW. The 6'2 junior also gives some good height and presence in the post. She sets the screen right now. And they are looking for her in the post. Stacy Williams on the handoff. And now Andrews finds Gamble. Gamble loves to drive downhill left hand. We've seen her do it several times on the afternoon.
Yeah, they really abide by the philosophy, score early or score late in the shot clock. So they push hard to try to score early. If not, then they execute.
That shot won't fall as well, and several black jerseys around the ball. McLaughlin comes up with it. Carrito doing a really nice job handling the ball under all this pressure. It has really been a lot on her shoulders early on.
Yeah, and she's going to have to hit some big shots too for them.
Storm gets the screen, drives, ices Storm with an early 12.
She's looking not only looking comfortable, she's looking great.
And Gamble's shot won't go. Davis gets the rebound. Big offensive rebound for Alexis Davis.
So you'll see it again all day. We see Storm here. Nice crossover, getting to the left hand. She can go left or right. No help side defense that time by Monmouth, but again, good finish by Storm. Great start for her.
Torrin Rogers coming into the game for UNCW. Nicole Woods goes a little deeper into her bench than Kate Wetmore does. But as you mentioned, Joe, that's going to be an important thing for UNCW since they played yesterday, that they can rest players a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think for Monmouth, one of the things, if you are, in terms of short rotation, it just builds chemistry. Everyone knows the role, plays the role, feels confident in the role.
Kathy Kersaint has come into the game, another one of the freshmen. That shot won't go, but shot clock is gonna expire before that shot was released.
Davis, a strong post player inside, so it's kind of like you take the bull out. Davis is similar, smaller in stature in terms of height, but a very physical, strong, tough player inside.
Farito, again under pressure by Gamble.
Yeah, so important that she's just really solid today. Don't turn it over, make the open shot, create when need to.
And a good look there to McLaughlin. McLaughlin spinning, going to her left, drawing the contact. That foul's going to go on Alexis Davis.
Yeah, kind of got bailed out there. A good move, but you're 12 feet away trying to execute a jump hook. Could just contest that shot, don't foul it, make her finish over top of you.
McCall King will check back into the game for UNCW. She is one of the seniors on the roster for Nicole Woods. Another good steadying presence. Really, you can't quantify the loss of Rory Cox because not only are you losing all that leadership that she brings, but you're losing 15 points per game, 6.5 rebounds per game.
And speed, explosion, athleticism that matches up with an Andrews and a Kersaint and a Gamble that otherwise right now you don't have. So you got to be a little bit, you're bigger, but you see going zone now. I'm going to try to, in the zone, trying to contain some of this penetration.
So Andrews now handling the basketball for Monmouth. Farley looking for Gamble. Gamble drawing so much attention, driving baseline. That is deflected out of bounds by Torrin Rogers.
Yeah, Gamble's drawing a lot of players. It's going to lead to some contact. She's been looking for some of that contact to be called in the last couple of possessions. But again, doesn't matter. Man or zone, she's going to be aggressive and such a threat outside the three.
9 seconds on the shot clock for Monmouth. Gamble calling for it up top. And Gamble once again dribbling left. Her shot won't fall, but she is a high volume shooter. She takes a lot of looks. Looks like a clock issue.
Yeah, she is a volume, but she is still very efficient when she's taking high volume. She's an aggressive player, aggressive offensive player, and so explosive. There will be times in this game that she just takes over. And there'll be stretches where she can really just go and control the game.
Kersaint will inbound the ball, so 17 seconds on the shot clock. Gamble will try it again, and you see how well Monmouth hits the glass. Davis gets the offensive board.
Yeah, again, they don't have too many weaknesses. They're just solid in every area, and Coach Wetmore gets them to play extremely hard.
Farley. And now Andrews. Andrews has also been looking for her offense today, late in the shot clock. And it will be UNCW basketball. I think Nicole Woods has to be very pleased with the start to this game by her team, and particularly with Isis Storm.
Yeah, we talked about it, how important and critical it is to get off to a good start, and they certainly have. To close out this quarter with a basket would be huge.
Ferrito, once again, managing things very well. Finds Storm. Storm will pull up for the shot off the front of the rim. It was very up-tempo for our first 10 minutes of play out on the floor. UNCW leading Monmouth at the break, 16-3. Welcome back to Care First Arena, and it has been a lot of Isis Storm. She is 2 of 2 from behind the three-point line. She is 5 of 7 from the field. She could not have had a better start this afternoon.
Yeah, this is a season high for her in CAA. Her highs were 10 and 11 points respectively. She's already got 12 in this quarter. She's been fantastic for them. So they'll continue to need her and expect Kyla Silver to step up, continue this momentum.
Meanwhile, from Monmouth, you see they've been going to Gigi Gamble quite a bit. 2 of 8 from the floor. 6 points already for Gamble. She has been their go-to player on the year, but you can't forget about Davine DeBola inside, and she is back in this contest to start the second quarter.
Yeah, they dominated the glass 11-5 in that first quarter. 1 for 7 from 3. Expect them to do a much better job on the offensive end.
And they look to DeBola immediately on the inside, defended by McLaughlin. Andrews, great dribble, baseline, the handoff, and Saint with 2.
Terrific find, terrific find. You can see here the strategy in second quarter, pick up full court, add more pressure, try to wear Wilmington down more.
And you see the double team, Saint, along with Gamble, and Nicole Woods was beside herself trying to get timeout right there. We'll take another quick break. We will be right back with more second quarter action. It has been all about the defense lately for Monmouth. And Joe, we talked with Kate Wetmore about that. She said they've been talking about defense all season long. She knows they have the ability to be disruptive, and she wants them to dictate the tempo.
Yeah, and it certainly be an advantage today. They're athletic on the perimeter, and they can provide pressure. They're most importantly, they're really solid. And once you're solid, you can extend it out and get more aggressive. So their defense can really pick up here and make it hard for Wilmington.
Ferrito, the screen was coming. She will kick it off to McCall King, and King looking inside to McCormick. Good battle with DeBola. What strength by McCormick. Sorry, McLaughlin.
Yeah, and I like that offensive strategy. Gigi Gamble stepped on the sideline there, but I like the offensive strategy by Wilmington of being a little more patient, get it inside, get it out, one side to the other. Again, take advantage of their size. That's their advantage right now. Again, it isn't their explosiveness, it's their size inside.
We were just talking about the Monmouth defense, and there it is with Kersant. Both teams really anticipating well, trying to force their opponent into mistakes. And we are at that point of the season where the defense really matters. DeBola for 2.
So strong and physical. Difference that time with her. She got deeper, closer to the basket, and she did not put it on the floor. She's put it on the floor. She's really invited a double team.
And another turnover for the Seahawks, and Alexis Andrews, the bucket and the foul for the senior.
Excellent strategy by Coach Wetmore. I mean, they've gone out now and got more aggressive defensively. Jump in the passing lane by Alexis Andrews. You got to see the basketball first and able to go finish with contact, converting defense to offense. Terrific play by her. So again, you're seeing the pressure now. You got 4 guards out there if you count Kersant. They're really athletic and aggressive and can cause some problems to a team right now that's kind of lacking a secondary ball handler and momentum for Monmouth right now.
A little bit of a lucky break there for UNCW as they weren't able to box out and get the rebound. But Monmouth missed the putback. McCall King, her shot won't go.
Yeah, they'll need a few of those from her today to hang in here.
Amaro driving, looking to dish. It is intercepted by Ferrito. This quick pace continuing between these two teams, and you see the quick ball movement by UNCW.
Yeah, and that's one of our questions, right, is will they have enough offensive firepower to keep up this pace?
Gamble. Always looking to shoot. If it's not there, she looks to drive.
Monmouth's just quicker to the ball right now. The 50-50 balls, the long rebounds, anything on the ground, they're just quicker to the ball.
I have to say, one of the players that has stood out the most to me is Alexis Andrews. I just feel like she's making very good decisions, and she is so locked in right now for the Hawks.
Yeah, a lot of energy and performed extremely well.
Good rebound there for UNCW's Torin Rogers. And Rogers now handling the basketball under the pressure, which allows Ferrito to get open. Good rebound, and Rogers' putback is good.
Great job by Rogers crashing the glass. Sometimes that's all you need to do is just make the effort to get there, and sometimes the ball finds you. Good finish by her.
Amaro, who has come into this game handling the basketball, a member of the CAA All-Rookie team. And she is such a great storyline in terms of how she has stepped up. Gigi Gamble. That is just what she does time and time again.
Yeah, I think she just picked up a technical for taunting, though. So, again, she's really amped up for the game. You can see her stroke to 3, and then she looks back to the bench. You may not see it catch here, but that was the tail end of her going talking to the bench, and the officials now catching that for taunting and trying to get this stopped early. So, again, you want to control that emotion. It's a real important game, obviously, and the tournament brings extra pressure, and she's such a great player. But you want to control that and get it going the right direction.
And I think with Monmouth taking the lead, that was such a big moment in her mind, and she did turn around to the UNCW bench, and as you said, the officials saw it. And so an opportunity here, Mary Ferrito at the free throw line for UNCW, where she shoots 78%. And you're going to see her turn around and look over at the UNCW bench.
Yeah, it's just not necessary. She's too good a player. And, she'd missed her first 4 threes before that, so that might have had something to do with it, trying to get it off her, get the monkey off her back, so to speak, after draining one.
So Farida will make the first, miss the second. And Kate Wetmore is going to take Gigi Gamble out. And you'll see her over there on the bench.
Yeah, she'll get a chance to gather herself and move on from that and come out and have a great rest of the game, I'm sure.
But so interesting right now because Monmouth does not have Gamble on the floor. They do not have DeBulla out on the floor. Great ball movement by the Seahawks. They'll find Pelayo inside, gets her own rebound, and now Alexis Andrews looking to run once again.
Yeah, this pace favors Monmouth.
Davis puts the ball on the floor, kicks it to the corner. Now Kersaint driving.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a frustrating possession there. You did so many good things pushing the basketball and kind of got it where you wanted. You just probably passed a little too much. Need someone to step up, be aggressive, and go finish a play.
I think that's right. It did not look like anyone wanted to take that shot there. So a little bit of players not being on the same page potentially. And now UNCW looking to take advantage. Good pressure by Kersaint. It will remain with the Seahawks.
UNCW has not shown the ability yet to really handle this pressure. When Monmouth has decided to turn it up and make it full court, they have trouble getting open to get the catch. They have trouble beating someone off the dribble.
And Farley is such a good defender of that inbounds pass. She has that length with her arms. Silver. And Rogers is going to get called for the travel.
Yeah, and that's the other thing it does, too, that sometimes people don't recognize. It isn't just the 94 feet of pressure. It's just the fact that you're making everyone speed up. So that time Rogers just open and just too quick with her movement and ended up traveling.
A 1-point advantage for Monmouth here in the early goings. And it is Amaro handling the basketball once again for Monmouth, who came to the Hawks from Portugal. Coach Wetmore saying that Amaro didn't know how much she would play. She didn't anticipate she would get very much playing time in the beginning, but has really stepped into a fantastic role. And Alexis Andrews, the storyline right now for Monmouth.
Yeah, she's smooth and fluid and really confident right now that she can get her shot against anybody.
And frankly, Monmouth has needed that. They've needed her leadership, good defense by Farley.
Yeah, here's the trouble again that you have, right? And no fault of their own. You can't help an injury. You just don't really have a secondary ball handler that can handle against this pressure. So they're going to try to have to defeat it either. If Rito can't beat it one-on-one, they got to set some ball screens, maybe more passing than dribbling, and see if they can advance the basketball that way.
Amaro gets the play call from Kate Wetmore. The screen is set by Davis. Good kick to the corner. But Alexis Andrews, the player on the floor right now that most wants the ball in her hands to take these shots. Kersaint, her shot won't fall. And a big rebound for Kyla Silver. Silver has been quiet today for UNCW. She draws a lot of attention, and it's been hard for her at times to make things happen.
Yeah, still got a chance to go inside to Pelayo. I'd like to see her stay on the block a little more and be able to get some touches.
And that foul will go against Kersaint. Really nice job by Kyla Silver, recognizing the situation. I think she was defended by the first year, felt like she could drive and draw some contact.
Yeah, and you can look at her and tell she's trying to get her second wind a little bit, right? And she played 40 minutes yesterday, so she's playing so hard, and now she's getting pressed. She's such a terrific player, so she's just trying to get her second wind about it right now.
McLaughlin has come back into the contest for UNCW as Nicole Woods continues to use her bench quite a bit. McLaughlin puts the ball on the floor.
She's been aggressive all day.
Good job by Amaro. She'll hand off to Kersaint. Those are 2 first years connecting for Monmouth.
Yeah, they really get out and push, and they're committed to running the floor hard without the basketball.
Good job by Ferrito finding Silver. They're trying to put her in situations where she can be successful. It's just been hard today.
Again, this pace is going to favor Monmouth over time. Just tough for everyone to get back and get matched up.
Kersaint, her shot won't fall. Kathy Kersaint has shown a willingness on these last few possessions. She wants to try to make something happen offensively. And Mary Ferrito, the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, again, they need that. They need additional players to step up, and Wilmington doing a great job of hanging in here, making enough plays to keep it right where they need it.
Take another look here. This is hard to do through the contact, but you have a pure shooter like Mary Ferrito. She was huge yesterday, 10 points, 8 rebounds against Northeastern. And you see the load that she carries with handling the ball, with dictating, with facilitating, and really being that player that has a lot of pressure out on her on the offensive side.
Yeah, and she has so much potential to be a scorer as well, so it's a lot on her shoulders.
Amaro driving, and there you see the defensive pressure from Ferrito, really showing the entirety of the skill set this afternoon. Andrews will pull up her shot too strong. Silver thought about it, realized she was quite far out.
Yeah, she's trying really hard. Again, we talked about letting the game come to you a little bit. And, she drew 2 players. Maybe got to give it up there and give her credit. She'll figure it out.
Devine DeBola has come back into this game. And we'll see if Monmouth looks inside to her when they're on offense. Good look to Ferrito, and she is fouled. Frustrated with herself that she wasn't able to convert, but she will head to the free throw line.
Nice out of bounds play. They just pin that on the block for Silver, and she releases to a catch at the elbow. Looks at Ferrito for a hard backdoor cut. Nice cut.
4 points today for Mary Ferrito. She is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. She's done a really good job of earning these trips to the line.
Yeah, she's another one. Again, average 6 on the year because, again, we've talked about it. They're missing quite a bit of offensive production, so some other people's got to step up. She got 10 yesterday, and she's having a good first half here as well with 5. So good first half for her with still some time to go. Wilmington hanging right in there, chance to tie it up.
And that one is good for Mary Ferrito.
See Monmouth push up the sideline on made free throws, and they just take every opportunity they can to push the basketball.
Alexis Andrews did such a good job recognizing the situation. DeBola draws the double team, so someone is open. They get it right back to her. I love that play by Monmouth.
Well, she's learning. Again, the first time she caught the ball there, she put it on the floor, gave the defense time to come and double and dig. Second catch, she didn't. She went straight up with a score.
And Monmouth gets the takeaway. Amaro kicks it to Andrews. Andrews, the shot won't go. DeBola, the rebound. Look at that defense by Silver. But Devine DeBola right now doing such a good job capitalizing.
Yeah, and that's all predicated off of some pressure and energy and wearing you down. Monmouth doesn't go away. It's hard defensive pressure on one end, push the ball hard to the other end, and keep crashing the glass.
And it feels like this is a big moment for UNCW right here because all the momentum with the Hawks.
Yeah, just need some patience, take your time, settle in the half court.
And an offensive foul.
Yeah, she got outside of her frame a little bit in the clock that time in terms of like setting the ball screen, and got to stay within your frame. And you're right, it's a key 2-minute stretch here. Wilmington's got to be able to get some stops and rebounds, and then show some patience on the offensive end without turning it over.
Madalena Amaro handling the basketball for Monmouth. They absolutely love the skill set they have seen out of her. A good takeaway there by Kyla Silver. DeBola did well not to commit the foul. Silver is blocked by DeBola.
Just nowhere to go, just trying to force the issue.
And you see Devine DeBola, they'll take her out, they'll give her stretches of rest, and then she comes into the contest and is so ready to go and locked in. Ferrito driving, good defense by Kathy Kersaint, just going straight up.
Yeah, tough no call. Ferrito didn't quite beat her to the baseline side. St. just continued to play. Ball ends up going out of bounds.
Pelayo will come back into the game for Nicole Woods. And Torin Rogers will come back in as well. A minute 27 remaining in a first half where the pace has been lightning quick. Joe, you've talked a lot about that, how that favors Monmouth at this juncture.
So they're at pace right now for a game in the 60s, a chance to get it to the 70s if they knock down a couple buckets here. And again, not sure Wilmington continues to have the legs or the firepower to continue that. So Wilmington needs to control this pace, control this tempo, keep the game in the 50s.
And that's the second personal foul for Mary Ferrito, and she is a player they cannot afford to be in foul trouble.
No doubt, again, the primary ball handler and really the only successful ball handler against the pressure. So they lose her or she spends any time on the bench in foul trouble, that's a problem.
So certainly a storyline to keep your eyes on as this game progresses. Meanwhile, Alexis Andrews doing everything she can in this first half for Monmouth. DeBulla against Pelayo, she'll kick it out. Amaro, shot clock winding down, and what a play by Farley. DeBulla in the low post, muscling one through. Farley is fouled. Offensive rebound after offensive rebound for Monmouth.
Yeah, the intention they have of their bigs, of Farley, Davis, DeBulla going to the rim, added to the perimeter quickness that gets everything out on the perimeter. They are an offensive rebounding nightmare right now for Wilmington.
At the free throw line for the Hawks is Ella Farley, the senior, the Swiss Army knife, who shoots 59% from the free throw line.
And that should be higher. She's got too good of a stroke to shoot sub 60, so it's just a matter of focus and concentration for her.
Kate Wetmore saying that Ella Farley will do whatever the coaching staff asks her to do. She can play the 3, she can play the 5, she can do whatever is needed of her. And they just love how it's that team before self mentality out of Ella Farley.
Yeah, again, they got a great mix. They got a great mix. Like I said, you need some glue guys like that combined with some tremendous dynamic players, and you got a nice combination.
Ferrito over to Pelayo. Rogers for 3!
Yeah, if you're going to win this game, you're going to need some plays like that in the shot clock. Utilize it. So last possession here, 12 seconds to go.
She cuts this lead to 2. That is a monster bucket for Torin Rogers, the redshirt junior. And that shot won't fall for Andrews. What a fast and furious first half we have on our hands. You see Nicole Woods, she is all fired up. We're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back with first half highlights and stats here from Care First Arena.
The women's basketball regular season is in the rear view. Another thrilling year of upsets, overtimes, and buzzer beaters in the books, which means it's time to unveil our postseason award winners and all conference selections as voted on by the league's head coaches. Starting with head turners on the all-rookie team, freshmen making big-time plays in their collegiate debuts. From spark plugs to diffusers, take a look at the all-defensive team, a unit of chaos causers and pressure cookers. Now for the top 15 players highlighted through our all-conference selections, starting with the all-CAA third team honorees. Let's show you the second team selections. Moving on to the CAA's first team, the conference's top-tier talent on full display this year. Drum roll, please, as we announce our major award winners. It's the Campbell freshman, Jasmine Navarre, earning Rookie of the Year. The freshman pacing the Camels with 11.5 points per game. Navarre reached double-digit points in 19 of her 31 games, including a season-best 24. She also averaged 2.2 assists and 1.8 steals for Campbell. The Defensive Player of the Year is Grace Isabula, the elite forward, setting herself apart on the glass, ranking 34th in the country with 7.2 rebounds per game, while hauling in 4.7 offensive boards per game, which sits 4th nationally. Isabula's dominance on the boards helped Charleston have the highest scoring margin in the CAA. Towson's India Johnston's off-the-bench dominance, earning her 6th Player of the Year. Talk about a spark plug. The fourth-year guard averaged 15.8 points in 30 appearances. Johnston scoring at a high clip with at least 20 points in 7 games, plus dropping 30 or more twice. From court to classroom, William & Mary's Cassidy Geddes tabbed Scholar Athlete of the Year. An all-CAA second-team honoree for the second straight season, the junior guard pacing her team and scoring with 13.6 points per game. Off the court, the finance major maintained a 3.92 GPA. Charleston head coach Robin Harmony collecting her first CAA Coach of the Year honor. Harmony led the Cougars to a 24-5 record and a CAA regular season title. With a 70-64 victory over North Carolina A&T on the final day of the regular season, she also won her 119th game at Charleston to become the winningest head coach in program history. This year's recipient of the Dean Ehlers Leadership Award is Drexel's Grace O'Neal. Serving as a team captain since 2024, O'Neal has been a leader on the court and in her community. The senior has successfully raised $46,000 for Special Olympics this year, all while maintaining a 3.9 GPA in finance. Putting a bow on our major award winners is Player of the Year Taryn Barbeau. 1 year after becoming the program's first CAA Player of the Year, Barbeau goes back-to-back. The junior guard producing one of the most well-rounded stat lines in the conference, pacing the CAA with 19.4 points per game while grabbing 5.3 rebounds and 3.3 assists. Loaded talent all across the board in CAA women's hoops. Stay tuned on CAA Sports social media all week long for coverage of the Credit Union 1 CAA Women's Basketball Championship.
Whether it's on day one, in the classroom, on the court, in the field, on the coast, in the community, or at the finish line, Seahawks soar together.
Click, clack, the sound of disruption. It settles in. Controlled, precise. Click, clack, the sound changes direction. But there's no crash, just separation. And every time you hear it, something ends for you and starts for us. Click, clack. It's no longer just a sound. It's a warning.
are the official host for the nation's capital. We are all things sports. From captivating culinary to celebrating legends and so much more. We are Events DC.
Let's go bigger, I'm that killer. Coming in hot, make you jump like a thriller.
World-class people delivering world-class events. Events DC.
Welcome back to Care First Arena. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first half highlights, and there were definitely some players with some standout games so far. It was Isis Storm that got UNCW off to a huge start.
Yeah, averages 6 points a game this year, season high of 11 earlier in the year in CAA, 12 first half points, so she certainly answered the call needed for UNC Wilmington to hang in this basketball game, both inside and outside.
Really fantastic start for Storm, and for Monmouth, it was Alexis Andrews, 9 points in the first half, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. She did a little bit of everything.
Yeah, in a variety of ways too. Here you can see a step-in 3. She's done it on penetration, transitions off of steals, creating contact, getting herself to the free throw line as well. Mid-range pull-ups. She's done it all very, very smooth and continues to be part of that big 3 that's so dynamic.
It is an absolute luxury to have a player like Andrews. Andrews had 9, Gamble had 9, and DeBulla had 8. So some good balance for Monmouth. We're going to take another quick break, and we will be right back to Care First Arena. Welcome back to Care First Arena. Let's take a look at today's Air Force Reserve Ready for More first half stats. Fairly even game between these two teams, but you certainly look at the rebounding numbers and that jumps off the page.
Yeah, you and I were talking. I said, if you'd have told me that they were a -8, them being UNC Wilmington down 8 rebounds with Kyle Silver not scoring and have 10 turnovers, I would have predicted like a 10 to 12 point disadvantage for them. But that's not the case. They're gritty, they're tough, they're fighting for everything they got out there, and they're hanging in this game.
Yeah, you have to give a lot of credit to UNCW. Definitely the underdog coming into this game, but I do think playing yesterday has helped them because they were ready to go from the opening jump. I think Nicole Woods has this team dialed in, and they'll be ready for the second half.
Yeah, I think they're believing in themselves right now, and Monmouth has their big three, got 26 in the first half, and certainly expect them to continue to do what they do best and try to wear down this UNC Wilmington team.
Ready for more? Join the Air Force Reserve. Learn more at airforce.com. We'll take another quick break, and we will be right back for second half action. Actually, we will stay here as we prepare for the second half of this game, and it's going to be interesting to see what adjustments these two coaches make. We've seen the tempo from Monmouth, how much that has paid off for the Hawks, how much pressure they've put the guards for UNCW under. But then for UNCW, you have to imagine Isis Storm carried a lot of that load in the first half, but can they get Kyla Silver going?
Yeah, I think that's huge for them to be able to get Kyla Silver going, and they're going to need her in the second half to keep this close. But I think you hit it around the head. I think it's kind of ebb and flow in both parts where Monmouth is going to continue to push tempo. Can UNC Wilmington combat that and control the pace, take care of the basketball, make it a half-court game? And on the other side, with that, can they handle the pressure? Monmouth is going to pick up full court more and get their guards active. Can UNC Wilmington handle that pressure, not turn the basketball over and get into that half-court game we're talking about?
Good look there at Kate Wetmore in her huddle. What she has done with this team, it's really been very impressive when you think about the fact that has such a short bench in some respects in terms of the kids that get out on the floor, and she has a lot of players who are either first years or who have not played D1 basketball before, and the success that they've had. And I think that one thing that they would absolutely point to is their defense that has been a big difference maker for them this year.
Yeah, and them and probably Charleston more than any other teams, their defense leads to their offense, and it just really converts quickly into points on the other end of the floor. So we'll see right here how we get started with some defensive pressure and see if that Wilmington can handle it and get a good possession to start the half.
And no surprise, Mary Ferrito handling the basketball. This is just how we started off in the first half, and she has been exceptional on the day in terms of her decision-making. Isis Storm driving inside, trying to capitalize early, and a held ball. Possession arrow will head the other way, so it will be Monmouth basketball.
Coach Woods goes to the hot hand for first possession. Just rolled out. Good move by Isis Storm. Just didn't get the finish.
Amaro will bring the ball up the floor for the Hawks, and she'll pull up for the shot, and a good-looking jump shot from Madalena Amaro.
Yeah, her offense is secondary. She doesn't think about it quite as much as running the team, but very capable scorer.
Well, and one thing Kate Wetmore has talked about is how coachable she is, but that is a welcome sign for the UNCW fans as Kyla Silver knocks down a three.
Yeah, she needed that and for her own confidence. And Gigi Gamble, the explosive scorer she is, answers right back.
Well, that's what you would expect for Gigi Gamble. She lives for these moments. It's hard to believe it is her first year playing D1 basketball.
Yeah, and again, very explosive, as we've mentioned. Big three here.
That shot won't go. Amaro looking inside. DeBulla got down the court so quickly. The bucket and the foul for Davine DeBulla.
Yeah, it's again, I think that I love Monmouth, how organized they are in their transition break. So they see the look ahead by Amaro. Hits a streaking DeBulla down the middle of the floor. Much better job of her catching, going right up with it and up with it on the floor. So, but again, they're so good at finding an outlet, and that's always Amar. The other two wings are flying down the floor, and they get a first post running to the rim that can finish. So, really, really talented offensive basketball team.
And the offensive rebound for Amaro, the missed free throw but it results in more offense from Gigi Gamble.
Yeah, she's so intense. And she loves to really go attack the basket, even at her size and stature. She's terrific with her steps and her footwork.
And I get the sense that she may have been a little frustrated in the first half that some of those shots didn't fall. But starting to heat up is Kyla Silver. Andrews pushing the other way through the contact. Alexis Andrews finishes the shot.
Here's that push by Monmouth. Does UNCW have the legs? Do they have the will? Because it's going to be relentless for them here in this third quarter.
And you see the double team as they trap Isis Storm up top. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Monmouth leading 41-35. The good news for UNCW, they have gotten a quick 6 points for Kyla Silver. The bad news for UNCW is that Monmouth has scored 10 points in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, and Monmouth is the #1 field goal percentage team in the league offensively, and they struggled in the first half, 38%. They are 100% so far in the third quarter, 5 for 5 from the field, and most of them are layups, and the Bula putbacks are offensive post-ups.
But you see Kyla Silver looking to make things happen, a takeaway by the Hawks. And once again, Amaro pushing the ball up the floor, finds DeBulla. DeBulla could not convert, but another offensive rebound for the Hawks.
Yeah, Wilmington struggling again in transition defense. It isn't just that you're giving up a layup, couldn't get back and get a defensive rebound in transition.
Andrews driving. Will kick it out to Farley. Farley, good recognition. Shot clock was winding down. Silver gets the rebound. And Silver was thinking about taking it to the rim, but realized
she's fallen into her game now. First half she forced the issue some. Now she's letting the game come to her and letting her find the open shots instead of forcing contested shots.
Storm driving against Farley. Really nice looking move from Isis Storm.
She's been terrific today. Here's this outlet and run again off her made basket.
It's Alexis Andrews. They just can't keep up with her. She is so quick, looking inside to DeBoa. You see the athleticism.
Yeah, that's the offense on a made bucket, is to get it out to Amari, the point guard, as quick as you can. Andrews is running hard up the right side. DeBoa's running to the rim, getting her feet in the paint. And it's a layup. She doesn't have to dribble. She doesn't have to worry about a double team, just finishing.
It's a high percentage look. It has been very successful here in the second half. Pelayo handing off to Silver. Shot clock is under 10 for the Seahawks. Silver's looking for a screen. And she'll have to pull up for the shot. And it will be a shot clock violation. Really good defense yet again by Monmouth.
Yeah, again, Monmouth is really quick on the perimeter with Andrews and Gamble and Amara. They can really get down and defend you from half court and make it hard on you. And that time, again, not really what Kyle Silver's about in terms of just penetrating one-on-one. So they had a tough time getting past people.
So Alexis Andrews.
See a little adjustment here. The coach was, they go to a 2-2-1, looks like back to a 2-3 zone.
Amaro looking inside to DeBola once again. She's double teamed. Ball is loose. Her Saint diving. Storm was there.
You know, you can see it. It's the scouting report. DeBola posts up. If you can get her just a step off the block, she dribbles the basketball every time. And sometimes she's quick enough and strong enough to go through people. But Wilmington, like others, are now committed to double teaming that dribble, creating her some problems. But when she doesn't put it on the floor, it's an easy two. She's so strong.
5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in this third quarter. And you're starting to see the explosive speed of Monmouth really becoming a factor in this game. Gigi Gamble has been a little quiet at times. She has not needed to do too much, and you see DeBola frustrated with herself there.
And here comes the full court pressure again. Can you get it in? Can you handle it? Can you advance it with the pass more than the dribble? It's asking a lot of Kyla Silver.
And she has her pocket picked by Amaro. The bounce pass, the finish to Kersaint. We've seen that several times. First year to first year, Amaro to Kersaint. And it's all about this defensive intensity.
Yeah, even this, it's a secondary part of the press that creates the problems right now for UNC Wilmington. They don't have, as we've mentioned, they're not afforded the luxury right now to have a secondary ball handler. Got to find a way to beat the press, relieve pressure with some passing right now as opposed to trying to beat it with the dribble.
It was really interesting hearing Kate Wetmore talk about Madalena Amaro because she said she's just a sponge. She is taking in so much. She wants to learn. She's so coachable. And when you're a player like that, your growth can be exponential, and that's what's happened for Amaro. She just does not look like a first year the way she has handled the ball.
I was impressed with her, Monica, early in the year when I saw her, and she's better now. She's definitely improving, and these types of experiences only make you better.
Meanwhile, UNCW, some quick ball movement as they find Isis Storm. Good look inside. The finish is good for Corey McLaughlin.
Here comes the transition after a made basket again, right back at you.
Gamble will kick it out to Kersaint, and now Amaro will reset this offense. DeBola sets the screen. Now they get it right back inside to her. She's so athletic, could not get the finish. That's a big defensive rebound for Kyla Silver.
Yeah, McLaughlin's been great today. She's been tough and physical, so that's a good defensive presence against DeBola.
UNCW looking to find some offense. And more good defense by Alexis Andrews. And you see how quickly Andrews gets up the floor.
It's like a gazelle, terrific speed.
About a second elapsed off the clock, it felt like, and they were already into their offense, and they're just feeding DeBola inside, hoping that she can capitalize off of quick twos. Really credit the interior defense for UNCW.
Yeah, they got some physical. We talked about early in the game, the one thing they did get was bigger. They're just on the floor. Their bigs are on the floor more, and that can create some problems.
And Amaro will get whistled there. She thought she had a clean block. But it has been all about Monmouth's defense feeding their offense. Take a look here. Amaro will feed Kersaint, and Monmouth leading UNCW 45-39.
Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at cu1.com.
Unlock your career potential with the Cameron School of Business at UNCW. Our flexible graduate programs offer rolling admissions, applied learning opportunities, and tailored career support. Whether you're interested in our master's program in business analytics, finance, supply chain management, accountancy, computer science and information systems, or our highly regarded MBA program, we have the right degree for you. Apply today.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. How many moments can you give?
Welcome back to Care First Arena. Monmouth up by 6, and I think from Nicole Woods' perspective, her team has struggled at times with the pressure. They have 15 turnovers. Kyla Silver still just with 6 points, but they're doing a lot of things really well to keep themselves into this basketball game.
Yeah, they really are, Monica. Biggest thing is how gritty and tough they are, and she's got to keep feeding them, believe in it, keep believing. You're 2 possessions down here. You're right there. Just keep believing. The game's getting shorter, and you're still right there. So a couple big free throws here for Silver, and got to figure out a way to control this transition, especially after made baskets for Monmouth.
A 63% free throw shooter is Kyla Silver. She'll make the first, her 7th point of the game, and credit Monmouth for focusing on her defensively early on. Credit Kyla Silver for coming out in this second half and being a little more relaxed about it in terms of letting the game come to her.
I think she got winded early. I think she forced the issue early, was wanting it so badly, knows she's the key for the team, but just didn't let the game come to her, and she has now, and it's been really, really successful third quarter for her.
Gamble, her shot won't fall. Battle for the rebound. Kersate diving to the floor. Held ball possession arrow will keep the ball down on this end of the floor.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Gigi Gamble not having her best night in terms of efficiency on the offensive end. But we continue to see that Monmouth is just quicker to the basketball and those rebounding opportunities. So a lot more zone being played, I think, mostly right now by Wilmington. Could potentially help. Going zone out of bounds here.
Amaro was looking for an option. It will be Gigi Gamble who gets the screen from Davis. Andrews spots up from behind the three-point line. Offensive rebound to Alexis Davis, but she will turn the ball over.
Good possession in the zone by Wilmington. I think we get a shot clock reset here for Wilmington.
So it will be Wilmington basketball. And I think right now for Wilmington, they just want to make sure they're getting good looks with these offensive possessions, because the way that Monmouth plays defense, it speeds you up, it forces you to settle at times.
Exactly. It forces some players with the ball in their hand doing things that you would not want them necessarily doing, or something they don't practice, or it isn't what they do best. And that's all part of what pressure does to you. So can they handle that pressure? Can they execute in the half court? And again, hanging in here. 4 points down, chance cut it to 2.
Good look there at both of our head coaches. There is Nicole Woods on the screen. You just saw Kate Wetmore for Monmouth. And we are back underway. Ferrito and Gamble, what a battle this has been between these two all game long. Good look inside, and we're going to get a foul call.
Yeah, they went a little different. They went with a post up to Isis Storm, so they kind of got their 3/4 player in on the block, and sometimes you get some people defend. You're not used to defending in the paint area, so she got an easy foul.
Ferrito looking for options. She will find Rogers. Rogers knocked down one of those big shots earlier today. That one won't go. And now Gamble puts the ball on the floor, dribbles baseline, and it is going to be UNCW basketball.
Yeah, she hasn't gotten that call today. It's 2 or 3 times that she's been driving to the hole a little bit, hesitating, got some contact, and they're being physical with her. No call, ball out of bounds, turnover.
Ferrito double teamed, hounded by Gamble and Kersaint. Now possession arrow will remain with UNCW, but you're just seeing Monmouth continue to ratchet up that defensive pressure just a little bit. And I have to give credit to Gamble because despite the fact that her shots aren't falling as much as we've typically seen, the defensive pressure has been there. And I wonder if that has to do with Kate Wetmore telling us, as that's a big bucket by Isis Storm, that they've had some conversations. They've had some conversations about that level of effort that you have to bring day in and day out in terms of Division I college basketball.
Yeah, and it's this conference as a whole with their elite guards is really impressive how hard they defend, whether it's your player of the year from College of Charleston or Taryn Bartlett, if it's Gigi Gamble, if it's Cassidy Gaddis, William and Mary. All these, they defend hard as well.
Good look inside to Rogers. Torin Rogers has provided some excellent play off the bench today.
Much better job of handling the pressure with passing versus dribbling. Able to find themselves an open player underneath.
Gamble driving. She draws the contact and hits the floor very hard. Happy to see her pop back up to her feet.
Yeah, so you see they handled it a little bit of dribbling, but able to get it out of this trap quickly and lead to some passing as opposed to trying to dribble through everything. Good open look there. So Gigi Gamble is really, she's so hard to guard. She's almost hard to describe. She's slight of stature, but she loves to get into the paint. Very competitive. She does so many things after she picks up her dribble. She does so many things with her strides and her footwork as she's attacking the basket. Hard to teach. Just really, really talented offensive player.
Second opportunity for Gamble. It is good. And she immediately jumps right back into that defensive set.
Yeah, she's trying to force her hard left, and they're going to try to get the trap.
Fantastic defense yet again. Held ball, Monmouth basketball.
Well, again, Gamble's speeding her up. You really want, and it's hard. It's hard. You want Ferrito to really slow down, take your time. You don't have to get it across midcourt so fast, but they're speeding her up. As soon as she's crossing half court in that dead space, she's getting jumped.
And you can see her face after that last possession. Ferrito shaking her head, a little frustrated. She has been under pressure all game long. Good kick to the corner. Kersaint for 3.
Good possession versus a zone. He moved Gamble into the high post and got her the ball in the most dangerous area. So here she's again forcing her left, trying to jump her.
It's a nice job by Mary Ferrito right there, though. Under the pressure, she finds Rogers, and with this intense pressure, you have to try to quickly pass the ball. An interception by DeBulla. I like the fact that DeBulla didn't try to force the issue right there. Didn't try to play outside of herself. Just a good, smart play by DeBulla.
Yeah, and you can see all these end-of-clock stoppages situations have favored Monmouth, whether it's the first media timeout in the quarter or if it's the end of the quarter we got right now. Wilmington not very deep. You can see they get winded. The pressure just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. So they gain a little separation at the end of these quarters.
Alexis Andrews dribbling inside. Having her as the X factor today for Monmouth, I think, as we get the offensive foul call right in front of Kate Wetmore.
Yeah, got her for pushing through a screen or setting a moving screen. Defenders trying to get through it. Wasn't able to do it.
But back to the point about Alexis Andrews, I think having her today when Gigi Gamble has been good but not at her best, the fact that you've had Alexis Andrews really step up and carry a lot of that load, just all the little things that she's doing, even when she's not scoring, she's facilitating with her speed. And I think that has been one of the biggest things I would point to in terms of the Monmouth success. Rogers, Torin Rogers,
big
9
basket.
points.
Big afternoon for her.
Andrews looking inside to DeBola, who creates a little space for herself.
Yeah, again, no dribble. Catch and score, catch and score. She's tough.
She's so good when she catches the ball that low in the post. Very difficult to defend. We've seen her do that so much this year for Monmouth. And now Monmouth going on a little bit of a run. Good defense again by Andrews. Storm back defensively. Oh my goodness! At the buzzer!
Wow,
you almost feel like she should get more for the degree of difficulty.
Yeah, she was trying to Euro step in transition and ended up stepping on a foot or just kind of getting tripped. Great finish.
Gonna take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Monmouth up by 7 at the break. The Credit Union 1 CAA Women's Basketball Championship is brought to you by Air Force Reserve. Stay local, serve global in the Air Force Reserve. Visit airforce.com. And UNCW's Cameron School of Business, providing students with the business education they need to succeed. Visit uncw.edu/CSB. And by SoldOut.com, the official ticket resale marketplace of the CAA. What a game we have had on our hands with this one. You question whether UNCW is a little tired coming into this one. I thought they came out of the gates all fired up. They have been under pressure all game long, and they have found different ways at different times to keep themselves in this game. They're just down by 7.
Yeah, they found a way to hang in here, which has been really, really impressive. And if they can keep the game in the half court, they can still hang in here. Monmouth's going to really continue to pressure and push.
Ferrito, you have to give her so much credit. She has been under pressure all game long. DeBola, though, with a massive defensive play. Andrews handing off to Kersaint. That is Monmouth basketball.
Yeah, that speed in transition, converting defense to offense is elite.
So now the question for UNCW, they got a little more from Kyla Silver in the third quarter, but you had Isis Storm who cooled down just a little bit. They're going to have different players at different times stepping up, and they're going to have to protect the basketball.
Yeah, they've done such a good job in the third quarter of taking care of the ball. And early here in the fourth, this has come to some of the pressure early, leads the offense, so they need to really settle in and get a good bucket here.
Ferrito, once again against Gamble. Silver dribbling inside, creates space, banks it in. That's a veteran play for Kyla Silver.
Yeah, it's tough. Good move. It will elevate and score on top of you.
DeBola kicks it out to Kersaint. DeBola really working hard against McLaughlin. Give McLaughlin so much credit. She has a tough assignment. Kersaint, that one won't go. Isis Storm on the glass. Storm has been a little quiet, got under the backboard.
Yeah, that's not the possession that Wilmington needs. Great effort, great rebound, but again, you're not going to be in a push type of game for them. They need to really take care of the basketball, execute in the half court.
Andrews, Farley was trying to set the screen, and DeBola working so hard, it was almost like DeBola created a pathway through the lane for Alexis Andrews because she was shielding her defender.
Yeah, she plays so hard, and Davis is going to sub in probably for her now. They both are very similar, high energy, keep running the floor, keep posting. So if you're defending these two, it just takes a toll on you. It just doesn't stop coming. You can see McLaughlin come off the floor there. A little bit in the 2-3 zone. She had her hands on her knees during the play, just giving everything she's got, and she's just exhausted over on the bench. But again, that's DeBola and Davis coming at you time and time again.
Alexis Andrews makes the first.
She's been so impressive today. Just, again, both ends of the floor. Been really, really electric on the offensive end.
69% free throw shooter. Alexis Andrews continuing to come up big. And again, I think there's been so many intangibles today, things not in the box score, that Alexis Andrews has provided for Monmouth. A lot of leadership, a lot of composure. Silver will hand off to Ferrito. Shot clock at 10. Storm driving. Kersaint is there.
Good hands. Kind of got beat, was able to recover from behind, get a piece of that.
7 seconds on the shot clock for the Seahawks.
I'd like to see him go inside here to Polano if they possibly can.
Silver gonna have to be aware. Torrin Rogers will take that shot. It will not connect. A shot clock violation for UNCW. And the problem for the Seahawks is going to be if they have these empty possessions and stretches of empty possessions, you just give Monmouth an opportunity to stretch this out.
Right, you certainly can run out of time. So they got to get stop after stop after stop.
Amaro up top will hand off to Andrews. Davis comes over to set the screen. Andrews didn't quite have the angle there, but the pace has not slowed down in the slightest for these two squads. It has been exhausting at times watching them because the pace has been so high and it leads to mistakes like that.
Yeah, it impacts Wilmington a lot more than it impacts Monmouth. You can see what they can do here. Great block by Silver there, but again, just numbers time and time again for Monmouth as it starts to wind down here in the fourth quarter.
Gigi Gamble will come back in for Monmouth. McCall King will come back in for UNCW. And it's really interesting because with the short bench that Monmouth has, you still see how quickly they cycle players in and out. They try to keep the players on the floor rested. Amaro driving, and she converts.
Well, they're in great physical condition. They run and run for days and apply pressure. College of Charleston's similar in that regard. William & Mary's similar in that regard. But, again, Monmouth, terrific pace.
Good drive by Ferrito. Pelayo comes up with it. Held ball. Possession arrow is with the Hawks.
Yeah, we talked about earlier, this game gets into the 70s. We weren't sure Wilmington would have the firepower, and the game certainly headed in that direction. 60 points for Monmouth right now, 6.5 minutes to go, and I don't see them slowing down, Monica. I think it's going to continue to push and push and push.
Corey McLaughlin has come back into the game. I think she has done so much for UNCW today. They've needed her. She's a junior, has a little bit more experience than Pelayo.
Yeah, she's been a physical presence, and again, but Monmouth just keeps attacking.
But if you're going to get buckets like that from Farley, everybody's getting into the mix for Monmouth, and the Hawks are starting to stretch things out. It is their defense feeding the transition offense. So Monmouth creating a little separation here. 5 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. We'll be right back to Care First Arena.
The official banking partner of the Coastal Athletic Association, offers the best of everyday banking. CU1 members gain access to competitive products like high-yield checking, dedicated financial wellness resources to help you build a strong foundation for the future, and nationwide access through 24/7 digital and mobile banking,
and an expansive surcharge-free network of 130,000 ATMs from coast to coast.
Discover better banking for all at CU1.com.
At UNCW's Cameron School of Business, we're all about action and experience. From applied learning opportunities to our study abroad programs, you'll get unique experiences that set you apart. Our distinguished Cameron Executive Network will mentor and prepare you for ultimate career success. Classes are taught by scholars and leading industry experts, ensuring you get the knowledge that truly matters. Visit us at csb.uncw.edu.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
We are the official host for the nation's capital. We are all things sports. From captivating culinary to celebrating legends and so much more. We are Events DC.
Let's go bigger, I'm that killer. Coming in hot, make you jump like a thriller.
World-class people delivering world-class events. Events DC.
It is a 6-0 Monmouth run over the last 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Monmouth doing such a good job getting a lot of different players involved. They have 8 points in this quarter, and each bucket has been by a different player.
Yeah, and you can see if you're Monmouth, you're probably telling your team, look, they're going to break. Keep pushing, keep pushing. There's going to be a breaking point for Wilmington at some point. It's probably come a lot later than they anticipated, but right now it's a critical junction for Wilmington to regain some composure and get back into this basketball game.
And the question for UNCW as they look for offense, they're only 2 points in this quarter from Kyla Silver. That rattles around, and it will be off of Alexis Davis.
Yeah, again, it's been interesting because it's been evident that, again, at every media timeout or in the stoppage in that little segment, there's some separation made by Monmouth just because of the pressure and the amount of stamina they have.
Burrito That was a basket that UNCW desperately needed, and it's provided by the senior.
And then on the flip side, once they come out of a break, Wilmington's fresh, a little more rested. They're able to compete and stay in this basketball. And a big three by Frito. She's played well today.
She has. She just has not had a lot of daylight because she has handled the basketball so much for her team. Gamble driving.
And that's that unique ability to take big strides for a little player and keep the ball on her hip and elevate in traffic and terrific touch.
You look at Mary Ferrito's stats, she has 9 points, but 4 of them are made free throws. Good look inside to McLaughlin. And it's because Ferrito just can't get a lot of open looks because she is that primary ball handler. Saint. And the issue now for UNCW is they're trading baskets with Monmouth.
Yeah, and again, they just have not found the recipe to get that transition stopped, especially after made baskets. They come right back down you, so it takes away your momentum that you just thought you had and forces you to get back and play defense.
It's a good drive by Isis Storm. She continues to be so impressive on the day so far, leading her team 16 points.
Yeah, and she's done it in a variety of ways. She's made a couple threes. She's got to the basket. She's rebounding, got a putback. So, again, done a terrific job today.
She is a 75% free throw shooter, and she makes the first. And you look at her numbers, she's shot the ball pretty well today. 7 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 4 from three-point range. Has not tried to force a lot.
No.
She was that go-to option in the early goings, but she really was taking shots that she could make.
Yeah, and how exciting is it to have her career high in a CAA tournament game, and she's been fantastic today.
Davis weaving through traffic. McLaughlin's going to get called for the foul there.
Yeah, that was probably, she'd like to have one back. You know, you really don't want to foul someone is somewhat out of control, and the really good teams that you watch, when they limit their fouls on defensive end anyway, they just contest without fouling. Certainly don't want to bail someone out that's kind of out of control.
Davis, a 65% free throw shooter, makes the first one, and Kate Wetmore has talked about the fact that she really brings the energy to this team. She likes to yell, she likes to hype her team up. They wanted that type of personality for the team this year. She felt like last year they were a little more flat. She really likes that energy.
Yeah, it definitely goes up a notch when she's on the floor for sure, and it's already at a high level to begin with, so it's great for them.
And another steal. Ferrito is back defensively. Gamble was looking to see who she had, and a little frustrated there is Gigi Gamble.
Yeah, terrific job of being unselfish. I mean, she was heading down the floor. She's looking for who's running with me, who's trailing with me. Spots her, just doesn't deliver a pass as like what she would want. The spacing wasn't great.
Meanwhile, Isis Storm puts the ball on the floor, not able to convert there. Quick rebound by Alexis Davis.
Monmouth does a nice job in her half-court sets as well. You see some tempo here, closing out the last 3 minutes. And what are they going to execute?
Saint up top. Good movement by the Hawks as they look inside. Farley for 2.
Yeah, they were running a little baseline screen action for Gamble. And when you got a prolific scorer like Gamble, 2 people jump out at her. Farley kind of slips the open screen and finds yourself underneath the open for an easy layup.
Ferrito driving against Gamble. Mary Ferrito, the bucket and the foul. And she's really become one of the primary offensive options in this fourth quarter for UNCW.
Yeah, double digits yesterday, and then jumps into the double-digit column with that and one. So hard to her right hand, and you've seen most of the afternoon they've been trying to force her left. And when she gets to that right hand, she's big enough and strong enough to take that contact from Gigi Gamble and finish with an and one.
78% free throw shooter, and it has been a very good quarter for her. 6 points, 12 in the game. And timeout called on the floor by Monmouth. The Hawks up by 11. And Kate Wetmore wants to talk a few things over with her team. She had this group very ready to go today. They understood the game plan. This is a team that knows their strengths, and they are able to lean into that.
Well, and it's a team, Monica, they finished tied for fourth. I mean, this easily could have been a team that had a bye today. And they may be the only team. They've defeated the number 1, 2, and 3 seeds in this tournament this year. So they are very capable of making a run through this tournament. They're loaded with explosive scores. They got a go-to player like few others do. They defend really hard and they push really hard. A lot of good things. Most impressive thing for me, again, is their chemistry. They know their roles. They know what is expected from them, and they certainly execute at a high level.
And Kate Wetmore will be the first to tell you that they were disappointed with their final weekend of the regular season. So I think they want to come into this tournament and set the tone. Gamble loses the handle, and Kyla Silver comes up with it. But now Monmouth returns the favor. And apologies, she was upset with the weekend going into the Towson game. She needed her team to refocus, and she's seen them do that. And if they want to make a run through this tournament, what they're going to have to do, I think, is have that laser-sharp focus. They know that they have a shorter bench, so they're going to have to be really smart and really intentional with everything that they do. And if Gigi Gamble's not having her best game, they have to rely on other people, and they have the luxury to be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's the danger for them. Again, we just mentioned they beat the top 3 seeds. They also lost to some of the lower seeds. So that focus the coach talked about, exactly what we're mentioning now, is to be able to stay focused throughout regardless of who you're playing and play at your best.
Gamble created a little space for herself there, but could not get the shot to fall. DeBola comes up with it. Under 2 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is where Coach Wetmore likes to see her team really execute these last 3 minutes. She's tried to run some half-court sets, eat clock, get the shot that you want to get, and still in control of the game.
Amaro driving. Big rebound for King. And now Ferrito handling the pressure from Gamble. But I agree with you. I think that was the offensive set that Monmouth was looking for. They ran some time off the clock. Shorten the game just a little. McLaughlin.
Good day for her. But yeah, so again, like I know Coach Wetmore likes seeing some execution. It's so hard to be able to do both. I mean, they run so much of their offense is based on transition and creating advantages through numbers, and now you got to sit down in a half court and really execute and get the shot you want to get. Now you always do have a bell out with Gigi Gamble. He's a terrific player to go get you one.
DeBola draws the double team, finds the open player. It's Farley again.
That's going to be what's needed going the rest of the tournament. So if she puts it on the floor, she's susceptible to some double teams. But if she can get it out of the double team and hurt people and be able to get some scores, it really going to make it so much harder to guard her.
King will kick it out to McLaughlin. Silver pulls up for the shot, too strong. DeBola on the glass.
Yeah, credit to UNC Wilmington getting a win yesterday and fought hard here today. Really impressed with Coach Woods got done with this team in a tough year, a tough situation. So future's still to be bright for this team.
Completely agreed. It's tough when you lose a player like Rory Cox. And Rory Cox here this weekend was advised by the doctors not to come, but they figured out a way for her to come and get the doctor's approval. Was here supporting her team. But it is Monmouth today with the 11-point win over UNCW. It was just a little too much firepower by the Hawks and a little too much defense. That really has been the storyline of both of our games today.
Yeah, being able to defend hard on one end, and defense still wins championships, and that's what you're going to find out here from these top teams that make it down through the quarters and the semis and into the finals. You're not going to find a team that can't defend, and this group here really turns it into transition on the offensive end.
Monmouth was 6 of their last 8. Some really good execution by the Hawks coming down the stretch. So we'll take a look at our updated bracket. After 2 games today, we see William and Mary advancing to play Charleston. Tomorrow at noon, Monmouth will advance to play Stony Brook. That's going to be a really good game between the 4 and 5 seeds. But today, we still have more fantastic college basketball for you. Towson and Hofstra will play at 6, and Elon at Hampton at 8:30.
Yeah, again, we've seen some great games here. And again, Monmouth is a team that can make a run here. And we're going to see more teams this evening and can certainly make a run.
And now let's take a look at our Jersey Mike sub-above play of the game. Alexis Andrews driving up the court. How in the world did she complete this shot? I personally wanted to give her more points for degree of difficulty through the contact. Throws it up. Alexis Andrews did a little bit of everything. And that's today's Jersey Mike's sub-above play of the game. So that will do it for us in this one. Monmouth defeating UNCW to advance. For Joe Matthews, I'm Monica Moore. Thanks so much for joining us, and don't forget, tune back in at 6 p.m. where we'll have Game 3 of the day.